So hello everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to create a hillshade from a DEM in ArcGIS Pro. So now let's get started. So in this video I'm going to show you a bit about making a hillshade from a digital elevation model, that is DEM, and how to download the DEM from official websites like USGS Earth Explorer. The link will be given in the description. So this is about digital elevation model. You can able to see from this the content section, the dem.tif. So the elevation ranges from 32 to 894 meters. So to create a hillshade, it is first we have to navigate to this option called analysis section, and in that we have to click this option called tools. And once you click the option called tools, we have this window pops up saying geoprocessing, and in that we're going to click this option called toolboxes. And now I'm going to navigate down, and I'm going to navigate to this particular option called spatial analysis tools. And in that I'm going to navigate to surface, and I'm going to select hillshade. So this is the hillshade tool, so I'm going to click this, and you can go through the information about this particular tool. So hillshade is a spatial analysis tool. It creates a shaded relief from a surface raster by considering the illumination, source angle, and shadows. And this is about the hillshade. So in the first step, in the input raster, I'm going to select my DEM data, which is dem.tif, and followed by choose the output file location where you would like to save this particular file. So I'm going to navigate to my folder. So right now we're going to navigate to this particular folder, and here I'm going to enter as hillshade. So I have entered as hillshade.tif, and I'm going to click OK. So the file name will be saved here as the hillshade.tif. And next is the azimuth. So this is an option, you can go through the option about azimuth angle of light source, and azimuth is expressed in a positive degree from 0 to 360 measured clockwise from north, and by default it is 315 degrees. So basically this is a sun angle, which angle is on the compass. And next option is the altitude, which refers to altitude angle of light source above the horizon. So altitude is expressed in a positive degree with 0 degree at horizon and 90 degree directly overhead. And by default it is set to 45 degrees. So basically in altitude state how high above the horizon it is for how it will handle the shadows in the hillshade. And if I wanted to maybe do a low sun angle model, so maybe I could try it for 15 degree above the horizon model. So we're gonna set to a 15 degree here. And next is we have this option called model shadow. So model shadow, a type of shadow relief to be generated. So the unchecked, the output raster only consider the local illumination angles. The effects of shadow are not considered. The output values can range from 0 to 55, with 0 representing the darkest area and 255 which represents the brightest. And this is by default. And if it is checked, the output shadow shaded raster consider both local illumination angle and shadows, and the output value ranges from 0 to 255, with the 0 representing the shadow areas and 255 represents the brightest areas. So here I'm going to click this option here. I'm going to give it a tick mark. So I have to click the model shadow. So basically this option can have a shadow cast across the landscapes by a larger features. So now let z factor remain as default, but you can go through about the z factor here. So a number of ground xy units in one surface z unit. So z factor adjusts the unit of measures for z unit when they are different from the xy unit of the input surface. So the z value of the input surface are multiplied by z factor when calculating the final output surface. If xy unit and z units are in the same unit of measure, then the z factor is 1. This is a default. And if xy units and z units are different units of measure, then z factor must be set to an appropriate factor or the result will be incorrect. For example, if the z units are in feet and x and y units are in meter, then use a z factor of 0.3048 to convert the z unit from feet to meters. So 1 foot is equal to 0.3048 meters. So I'm gonna leave it as the default here, and I'm gonna run this and visualize the result. And right now we have our result. So in the content section, you can visualize we have our result hillshade.diff. Now we have our result here. This is a hillshade, and before going into hillshade, let me show. I'm gonna create another hillshade here. So we're gonna set another hillshade, and here I'm gonna leave it as the default option here. Previously we have adjusted the altitude from 45 to 15. Now I'm gonna leave it as the default as 45, and I'm gonna mention the raster layer name as a default hillshade default. And let me run this. So this is the default values, that is 315 for azimuth and altitude of 45. So we're going to run this and let us visualize the result. Now we have both the layers. First is the hillshade default, followed by the hillshade modified. We have modified the altitude from 45 to 15. So now let us take the first raster here. So we're going to zoom in here, and let me navigate to this particular area. So you can able to see the shadows across the canyon here from these tall features. So basically the shadows are from this tall features. So these is a tall feature, so casting a shadow on this area. And whereas let us check the default hillshade. So the default hillshade, you can able to see the shadows are not here, or comparatively very less compared to the previous hillshade raster. So you can able to see the difference here. So you can able to see the features more clearly without shadows in the default hillshade compared to the hillshade, the modified one, where we adjusted the altitude to around 15, and you can able to see this shadow here. And I'm gonna turn off this for now. And the hillshade is kind of a very good raster for make your map appear more attractive. So you can able to see here all the terrain features can be seen more clearly. It's kind of a 3D view of this area. All the ridges, all the valleys is kind of clear in the hillshade map. And to make it more attractive, what we're going to do is we're going to place the DEM at the top of the hillshade here, and I'm going to adjust the transparency of the DEM here. So I'm going to navigate to the option called properties, and then that I'm going to navigate to this option called display. So let me close this. Instead we're going to navigate, make sure that you select your DEM file, and here navigate to this particular option called raster layer. So I'm going to click this, and here I can able to see the transparency here. So I'm going to increase the transparency here. I'm going to increase up to 25%. And right now I can able to see the DEM as well as the hillshade map here. It's kind of good. So let me reduce the transparency here. And now it's kind of it gives us a 3D view of this particular area here. So you can able to see that. And the next set of options is it could be to change the color of your hillshade here. For example, you're going to turn off the DEM here, and I'm going to navigate to the hillshade, and you can select your desired color of your choice here. For example, let me select this particular color. So I'm going to select this particular color here, which is elevation, and this particular one is not so good. So let me stick back to the older one here. And let me make some changes to our DEM data. So we're gonna right click, and we're gonna select the color for our DEM, the digital elevation model. So let us visualize it. So for example, I'm gonna select this particular one, the elevation one, and it looks kind of good. And here I can able to see all the elevated areas are indicated in white color, and all the flat areas indicated in the bluish color. You can able to see, and the DEM the hillshade map kind of enhances the DEM data. So let me show you. I'm gonna turn off the hillshade here. You can able to see the difference here. It gives a kind of a 3D effect to the DEM here. So basically you can visualize the valleys, terrains, and other geomorphic features in this area more clearly. So in this video, I have shown you how to create a hillshade from a DEM in ArcGIS Pro. So thanks for watching, and make sure that you subscribe to our channel and give us a like.